So let me log into my EC2 instance in the meanwhile, so other people will join. Do you have any festival on this week? Upcoming? No, right? Oh, Nimajanama. That's the reason for the low strength. But these guys miss the important topic in Docker. Like today, we are going to start most important topic of entire Docker. Docker Swarm, we are going to start. What is the name of the concept? Docker Swarm, not Swarm. Okay. Docker Swarm. Like before explaining the Docker Swarm, I'll ask you one question. In last class, we seen Compose. Correct or not, sir? What is the purpose of using Compose? We are going to manage multiple containers on single host. For example, sir, if that single host is deleted, how we are going to work, sir? How we are going to work? Is it possible? No. But before that, you need to understand one thing. First of all, we need to upload all our images to Docker Hub. You know already how to create images, right? Docker images. First of all, I'll tell you the Docker Hub. Actually, that concept we need to cover on last class, but today we are going to cover. So before Docker Swarm, you need to have the concept of Docker Hub. So let me create 3 servers first of all. Or even I have my images. Already you know how to create images, right? I have that images on my Docker Hub. You can take from my Docker Hub as well, but I'll show you like how to upload images to Docker Hub. So let's create a server. All of you know, right, how to create the image and how to build a Docker file. Like taking index.html, building the Docker file. First of all, let's do that one. Like US is one, I'm not there. Is on downloads folder. Let's see the process one more time. Okay. So then you can get some clarity. So let's make it very quick. First of all, I need to install Docker. So tell me the command to install Docker. Yum install Docker -y. So in the meanwhile, sudo hyphen. I'm not updating this one. If you want to update, you can update. So my Docker installing or not, sir? So now give the command systemctl Docker. So Docker is started now. So first of all, like write the Docker file vm. So already we have the Docker file, right? So I'm not going to write it one more time. Why? Because I'm using the same Docker file which we used on our last session. Now index.html came. It is index.html. So in the HTML file, you know already how to create the custom images. Like for example, what we call this one login form. You know right how to create login form. Already I gave link or not, sir? So where it is link? Here it is the link. Directly use the same link, sir, which I am giving here. So here what I'm going to do here, instead of registration form, first of all, I'm going to put movies. Paytm. Already this we have done, but like again, recap this one. This is not moving. Yes. Okay, so Paytm movies is there. Copy this one to index.html file. And now let's build a Docker image. Tell me the process of building Docker image. -t movies v1 dot -t. Is it building the movies image or not, sir? After movies image, which image you want to build? Fine. Let's take two images now. Why? Because you know how to create all of the images. For your reference, I am taking only two images. How many images? So in the meanwhile, write Docker Hub. Put the heading as Docker Hub. Before Docker Swarm, Docker Hub. It's a central platform used to store Docker images. Don't write the notes, put the heading only, okay? It's a central platform used to store the Docker images we create on host. Okay? Then we will push them to Docker Hub. Where to push? First of all, initially you are going to create images on where, sir? Host, correct or not? For example, if you want to create a container, you have the image, you can create the container. I want to create container on one more server. In that one more server also, again, we need to have the image or not, sir? Then again, are we going to create image or not in server number 2? That is not going to happen. If you see the process, let me open the paint and give you the clarity. Let's understand, like for example, here I am going to have this server. Let's consider that is our server, sir. Please. Anyone have the Bluetooth mouse? Yeah, can you give it to me? Why? Because it seems the system is too old for now. What's the maximum time that we can use a system in a good way? Like spin cut. Like ఒక సిస్టమ్ తీసుకుంటే మాక్సిమం లైక్ ఎన్ని ఇయర్స్ బాగా పనిచేస్తుంది ఐడియల్లీ slide is not on. Okay, fine. For example, let's consider this is my server. Inside this server I have the image. I can create container or not, sir? It is one more server. Inside this server no image. How can I create my container, sir? Cannot, right? In that case, what I'm going to do is I am going to upload my image on Docker Hub. Where I'm going to upload my image? If you have the image on Docker Hub, you can get the image from server 1 and you can get the image on server number 2. So remember, if you want to create containers on multiple servers need to have images. So creating images on multiple servers is not a good idea. We will create image on one server, we will upload to the Docker Hub. From the Docker Hub, all of you can able to get image, sir. Even if I create one image on my local, even if I upload to Docker Hub, you can use my images. In GitHub, if I put a source code, all of you are using or not, sir? Same thing. Instead of code here, we are putting images. What we are putting? So that is what you meant by Docker Hub. So Docker Hub is called as Docker registry as well. Image we create on a host, then we will push them to the Docker Hub. Once image is available on Docker Hub, we can use in any server. If I upload an image to Docker Hub, 60 members can all of you use it. Okay. So here we use repository to store images. We use repos to store images. Repos are types, repo types. Repo types are two. First of all, public repo. Second one is private. Clear or not, sir? So now to upload this one, first of all, we need to create an account. What we need to create? Sir, Docker Hub account creation is pretty much straightforward. We need to perform only one step. What we need to perform? All of you know how to create Instagram accounts, right? Then Docker Hub account is very easy. All you need to give is username, password, email ID. Instagram also same, right? That's it. So now let's create the Docker Hub account. Create Docker Hub, sign up. So I'm going to click on Docker Hub, create your account. Tell me anyone of your mail. I'll create it for you. Why? Because I already have the account. Jaya, Prakash, Sairam. I'll put the password and tell you later. 05@gmail.com. Jaya, Prakash, Sairam. 4 names. Fine. So I'm giving this username same. Password I'll tell you, okay? Of course, even you can modify the password as well. That's not an issue. So I'm logging to the Jay Prakash account now. No, sir. Are you able to log into your account now? So Jay Prakash, please open your Gmail, which you have given. So if I click on continue free, it is going to send one verification mail for you. If you click on the verification mail, then you can upload your images to the Docker Hub. If I don't upload image to Docker Hub, what will happen first of all? We can't use image on all servers. So write this point. If image is not on Docker Hub, we cannot use for all servers. Write this only point for your clarity. I need to tell if image is not uploaded, if image is not uploaded to Docker Hub, we need to create image on each server. If image is not uploaded on Docker Hub, we need to create image on each server. Jay Prakash, is it done for you? You are doing it. Just open your Gmail. You will get one verification mail. Click on the verification mail. Done. It is done here. Okay. So now guys, here are you seeing repositories? Create a repository. I am creating the repository called movies, sir. What I am creating? I am making it publicly available. Click on create. Now, the moment if we have the repository, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag image to this repository. Currently, I'm having the image here. Docker images. Are you having a movies image? Give the command just to Docker tag Which image you are tagging? Movies V1. To which account you are tagging? Jayprakash movie. If you give that one, you are going to get the new image. Are you seeing the new image, sir? Now you need to push that image to Docker Hub. Directly what you can do is, don't write command, use up arrow. The moment if you use up arrow, right? Remove the tag and movies and just put push. It's done now. What happened there? Denied, like it is expected only. Why it is denied? Can anyone tell me? Why it got denied? A small reason. Sir, you are uploading to Jayprakash account. That means you need to give username password of Jayprakash or not, sir? Without giving username password, how can I upload, sir? Is it possible? There is a command called docker login. So username, give this username. Password, I'm gonna give. Is login success now? Now try to push that image. It is going to push. Create an account, tag the image, push the image. That's it. Is the image pushed or not, sir? Here I'll ask you a question. What is size of the image? To the DMB. The moment if you push to the Docker Hub, what is going to happen? Click on refresh. The moment if I push the image to Docker Hub, sir, the image size is going to be compressed by 1/4. What is size here? Compressed or not, sir? Original image size is 230 MB almost, but the custom image size is. This is the advantage of using Docker Hub. Now, even though if you remove the image, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Yeah, in Docker Hub already have the image, right? Second time if you want to use the image, you can get it from there. Clear now? Let's push the train image as well. So first of all, if I want to have the train image, we need to build the Docker file or not, sir? Modify index.html from movies to. Already this we have seen on last class. Now again I want to. Again I want to build the image. Docker build -t train v1 dot. I've got the train image. First of all, if I want to push, I need to tag it. Tell me the command. Docker tag. Which image I am tagging? Oh. Docker tag train v1 I am tagging to Jayprakash account. Where is the account? Here. Sir, but I want to tag to which repository? Means train repo. Which repo? Train repository, sir. If I hit enter, I'll ask you a question. First of all, do you have the train repo? Then how it is going to tag? It will automatically create itself. Even though if there is no repository, if I tag the repo here, repo is directly going to create itself. If you want me to show, currently, if I go to repositories here, in repos, are you having train repo? The moment if you push the code image, right? Automatically it is going to create. So now go to your Docker Hub, click on refresh. Have you seen the new repo here? This repo have created, automatically created itself. Why means with the help of CLI command. Are you seeing the image again? Inside the image, you can see the commands as well. Have you used the copy command? CMD. Have you installed Apache 2? Have you run apt update? And have I used the copy command, sir? Have you used the CMD? Whatever the things you have performed on image level is going to replicate to here container level. Like I'm in Docker Hub. Clear now? So this is the process of Docker Hub. First of all, in Docker Hub, you need to create an account. What you need to create? Only 2 steps. Build a Docker image with Docker file. First of all, give the command docker login. Docker login is going to ask username and password. Then you need to tag the image and you need to push the image. Oh. Tag it. Docker tag. Here I am giving image name. What I am giving? It is the username, guys. So I am giving here username, and here train is here repo name. Which name? Repo name. After giving this one, you need to push it. So instead of this one, just write push. Automatically it is going to send it to the Docker Hub account. Which account, sir? Now, even though if I delete the image, what is going to happen? It is going to get the image from Docker Hub. Clear now? So this is what the meaning of Docker Hub. So all of you have got the understanding about Docker Hub, sir, no? Clear or not? What about you online? Is the Docker Hub concept clear for everyone? Sorry? No. Git is to host the source code only. But if you want to host the images, we need to use Docker Hub only. Okay. JFrog also we can use, but that is what you call as a third-party artifactory tool. Like there are some classification for it. I'll tell you. Some cloud-based registries will be there. Cloud-based registry means in AWS we have ECR, Elastic Container Registry. Docker Hub is one of them. These are cloud-based hosted. And apart from this, we can use JFrog as artifactory service. Nexus also we can store. Like there are some classifications for it. You can do it. Even you can use Nexus as well. Anything you can use. Fine. Satya, for pulling image, is it just a Docker pull? Yes, Docker pull and name of the image. That's what I'm going to show you. Just wait for a couple of minutes. Sir, now your Docker Hub concept is done. So now let's focus on the Docker Swarm concept. Like it is the main concept today. But if you want to understand the Docker Swarm, you need to know about Docker Hub. What you need to know about? So first of all, what is the meaning of Docker Swarm? In last class, we seen about Docker Compose. What Docker Compose done? Creating multiple containers on. For that example, that host is deleted. Server got deleted, sir. How can you get the containers? For that purpose, we need to maintain high availability. What we need to maintain? What is the meaning of high availability? First point. Write this one. High availability means, here I'm going to write on the notes. What is the meaning of high availability? Deploying or maintaining. Maintaining the application or deploying the application in more than one server. Why? Because if I deployed the application on only one server, if it get deleted, I need to have backup or not, sir? That backup is going to maintain by high availability. High availability means maintaining more than one server, sir. Why I am maintaining more than one server? If application got deleted in one server, do you have backup of one more server or not, sir? In last class, we create Compose. In that Compose, we create 4 containers. How many servers we created? How many servers we done this one? Single server only. In this single server, how many containers I maintained, sir? So container 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these 4 containers I maintained on single server only. For example, unfortunately, this single server got deleted due to some reason. Do you have any backup, sir? For that purpose, if I have the second server, inside second server also I have that 4 containers. Is it going to be advantage or not? That is what Docker Swarm is going to do. In Docker Swarm, if we create a container on one worker node, it is going to copy to all worker nodes. Just like in Jenkins master and slave. Okay, So this is what we are going to learn today. But before that, you need to understand some theoretical point. Docker Swarm is an container orchestration tool. It is used to manage multiple containers on multiple nodes. Docker Compose multiple containers on single node. Docker Swarm multiple containers on multiple nodes. Okay. Each node means server only. Each node will have a copy of single container. Here we have manager and worker nodes. Manager node will create containers and send it to worker nodes. Worker nodes will take the container and manage them. First of all, Docker Swarm is an orchestration tool. Which tool? Container orchestration tool. It is used to manage multiple containers on each node will have a copy of, if I have 3 worker nodes, in 3 worker nodes, I'll have copy of one container. Container 1 on worker node 1, container 2 on worker node 2, container 3 on. So in container 1, my Paytm movies is running. For example, if worker node 1 is gone, worker node 2 is there or not, sir? Worker node 2 is also gone. Worker node 3 is also there or not, sir? Like that. Here we have manager node and worker nodes. Manager node means it is going to create containers and send them to the worker node. What is the work of worker node here? Whatever the container sent by manager node, worker node is to serve the containers to the user. This point you will see practically, you will get some point. Initially, I want to create 3 containers of my Paytm application. How many which application? That Paytm containers are going to create by manager node only. Who is going to create? And send the containers to the worker nodes. What is worker node doing here? Just take the container and serving the application. Clear now? Initially, all the works are done by the master. I mean like manager node. Which node? Once the manager node is done with the work, it is going to send the work to worker nodes. How manager node and worker node is going to communicate is by using the token. Which one? Manager node communicates with worker node by using token. Which one? Without token, we cannot able to communicate. 2377 is the token port number. I'll show you. So to do the setup now, first of all here, create 3 servers. How many servers? Among these 3 servers, one is manager, 2 of them are worker nodes. Install Docker and set the host names. All of you know, right, how to set the host names? Sir, but before that, I am cleaning the Docker here. Docker RMI -F. Seen. Docker RMI -F $. Hyphen. It is going to delete all the images or not, sir? Now I don't have any image. Do I have any image? No. So I'm going to connect to my 2 worker nodes. For example, this is our manager node. Let's assume it is our worker node 1. It is our worker node 2. CD desktop. I need to connect to my server now. Here I'm going to give the names. Already I create one container, sir. Sorry, already I create one server. Okay. So I'm gonna create the server. It is worker node 1. Which one? worker node. So connect these two worker nodes. Worker node 1, worker node 2. What is the first thing you are going to do is install Docker on all of them. What you are going to do? Install Docker on all of them. Yeah. So like here, what I'm going to do is clear the screen. Now in all servers, I'm installing Docker. Already in your manager, Docker is there. Yum install Docker -y. So basically in manager node, no need to install, sir. Okay. But before installing Docker, first of all, we need to go to root user or not, sir? Go to the root user and install Docker. Sudo after install the Docker, what you are going to do? Why to start? When you download a service, by default, it is going to be on which state? So we need to, what's the command to start? Systemctl start Docker. Or you can use service, like anything is fine. It's up to your choice. And you can check it's optional. Why? Because like by default, it is going to run. Running or not, sir? So now here, first of all, what I done is I installed Docker on all of my worker nodes. Is it done? After installing the Docker, you need to set the host names. We need to set tell me the command to set the host names. Host name, set hyphen, host name. For server number 1, what is the host name manager? What is the host name, sir? For server number 2, host name will be? For server number 3, worker 2. Hit enter and log into the host names. Clear, no? So it is the command to set the host names. This command also I am giving. Why? Because this command already you know, but in practice you might not able to get it. You need to refer again like this one. Ansible. Manager, worker 1 and worker 2. So now what I'm gonna do is, I set all of them, right? Tell me one thing, in all of these servers, do you have Docker images? And do you have any Docker containers? No need to check. Why? Because without there is image, how can we create container? No need to check. Now, if I want to connect my Docker manager with worker nodes, I need to give the command called Docker swarm join, or just give Docker swarm init. What I need to give? It is my manager, right? So I'm giving the command Docker swarm init. The moment if I give the Docker swarm init, it is going to create me the token. Seeing the token here? By scale. Are you able to see it, sir? 2377 is the port number. If you have 2377 port number only, it is going to communicate. For that purpose, you need to give all traffic. What you need to give? Some of you in practice are going to give without all traffic and you are going to do errors yourself. For that purpose, I am giving here all traffic is must. I'm writing it here. Me? Can you please confirm in chat once? Is my voice clear or not? Hope it will be. Yeah, fine. Sir, if you give this command, init, it is going to give the token, right? Copy the token to all worker nodes. How to do it? Go to your terminal. Click on this one. But before that, give the command docker node ls. How many nodes I have here? That is manager node only. Which node? If I copy paste this one now, what it is showing? Node joined as a swarm worker. Give docker node ls. How many nodes you are having? Which node is joined now? How can you tell? There is hostname visible clearly. Correct or not, sir? Copy the token to worker node 2 as well. Seeing now worker node 2. Now my cluster is ready. What is ready here? Is creating the Docker Swarm cluster. Clear for everyone? Step number 1 is create 3 servers and install Docker. Step number 2 is setting the hostname. Step number 3 is generating and copying the token. How many steps, sir? What is your step number 1? Create 3 servers and install Docker. It is your step number 2. Once your installation is done, you need to set the, it is your step number 2. And after, we need to copy the generate and copy token. It is your step number. Sir, all of these 3 steps are clear or not, sir? Clear or not? Then you need to tell me, right? Start Docker. Step number 1, these 3 commands. Step number 2, single command. Step number 3 also only 1 command. Docker Swarm init is the command. What is the command? You need to give this command on which server? Manager node. Which node? Now your cluster is ready. What is the purpose of Docker Swarm? If we create a container on manager node, it is going to distribute to. But sir, here we are not going to create containers. If I create the container, it is not going to replicate. If you want me to show, let me show you. Image I am taking Jaiprakash Sairam, right? 05 slash movies. Tag is latest. What is the tag? Have I create the container or not, sir? First of all, image is not on my local. Is it pulling from a Docker Hub or not? Now container is created. If I go to worker node 1, do I have any container here? Worker node 2. Do I have any container here? But in worker node 1, I am having 1 container, sir. Sir, what you said, sir? If I create a container on manager node, it is going to replicate to all servers or not, sir? But is it replicating there? That means what I said wrong. Said wrong or not, sir? Wrong or not? I said. No. My question is, have I said wrong or not? How many of you said I am saying wrong? Raise your hands, man. First of all, raise. I said wrong. How many of you said like I said the right one? Raise your hands. Containers only I talked about. If I create a container on manager node, it is going to replicate to all other servers. How many of you said I am correct? What about remaining guys? Neither true nor false. Ezekiel, I'll tell you. Concept is correct, but the implementation is wrong. Sir, I said container is going to copy to all worker node. That is correct. But when it is going to copy means when you create services, not containers. Here I create the plain container. What I create? Let me delete docker kill container 1 and docker rm. So now currently you have one thing very clear. There is no containers on my any of the server. Sir, here you need to talk about services. What we need to talk about? Services. It's a way of exposing application in Docker. With services, we can create multiple copies of same container. With the service, what we can do? We can create multiple copies of. We can distribute the containers to all servers. With services, we can distribute containers to. So 2 points you need to understand. Service is a way of exposing the application in Docker, sir. Second point is, with services, we can create multiple containers on. We can create multiple copies of. With services, we can distribute the containers to all servers. If I create a service, that service is going to create multiple copies of my same container. And the multiple containers are going to distribute to multiple servers. How many servers we have here? 3 servers. How many servers? Manager, worker 1, worker 2. Correct or not, sir? If I create a service, it is going to distribute same container to all the worker nodes, sir. If you want me to explain, see here. Docker service create -- name of the service is movies. -- replicas. Replicas means how many copies you want. I want 3 copies. How many copies? Why? Because I have 3 worker nodes. What I have? For each worker node, even if I want to get 1 container, I need to have 3 containers or not, sir? Next. Hyphen publish. Publish means simply we can call port. -p also we can give, or -- publish also, okay? Container port number is 80. Image port 81. Container port number is. Image port is. Can we change image port number? Can we change container port number? Why can't we change image port number? It's a default port for Apache. We cannot change it. Now here you need to get the image. Sir, image is on where, sir? Currently Docker Hub. Jaya Prakash. Let me show you. Currently image is here. We go to here. In the account called Jay Prakash, there is a repository called Paytm Movies. Are you seeing this one, sir? Are you seeing the latest tag here? Click on the latest. Whatever you are seeing here, copy this complete line. From Jay Prakash account, there is a repository called movies, and I have an image called latest. That's a tag name for the image. I am getting that image. Hit enter. Is it creating rep? If you go and see, 3 containers are going to run. How many containers? What is the command to check containers? Docker -a. How many containers you are seeing? 1 on server number 1. In server number 2, are you seeing container? Again in server number 3, are you seeing container here? The replicas I gave is 3. How many replicas I gave? That means each server is going to get at least 1 container. Each server is going to get at least. Now in all of the servers, is my application running or not, sir? How many servers? 3 servers. My application is running or not? Can we check it? Open your mobiles, all of you. I'll give 3 IP address. First of all, it is the IP address of Swarm Manager. It is the IP address of Swarm Manager. Sir, in Manager node, what is the port number? Are you seeing the application here? Check in worker node 1. I'm gonna give this IP address, don't worry. In worker node 1. Are you seeing the IP address, sir? Again on worker node 2. Can I see the application here? 3 different servers are there. How many servers? 3 different servers is hosting the same application or not. Even though if one of my server is deleted, can I have the backup or not, sir? This is what you can call as container orchestration. What we can call it as container orchestration means managing multiple containers on multiple servers. Now, if you open your mobiles, I'm going to give the IP address for you. You can check the IP addresses. First of all, let me send it to online. Let them verify. I mean, like, let them know, uncle. The dialogue. Let them know, uncle. Let them know. Let them know, guys. So here also, like, you can open your mobiles and you can check these IP addresses. For offline also, I'm giving. Open your mobiles and check, are we able to get the application from all of the IP address or not? Online, you to check. And one more thing, don't give HTTP. It is not required. Just give IP address, port number. Check on all of these servers, all of you. All of you check and let me know. Check it. Checking, eh? Check and let me know. Verify those 3 IP addresses. Online, are you checking? Are you getting the response? Same application on how many servers? 3 servers. So this is what you call as container orchestration. Sir, can we create one more service? Paytm train we can create. So tell me the command. Based upon the above syntax, tell me the service number 2. Docker. I'm asking you only, man. Tell. Docker service. Create. Name, service name is movies. Done. Train, right? Next. Replicas means number of copies of container. Of course, you can get 6 as well. If I give 6, how many servers I have? 6 by 3. Each server will get 2 containers. If you give 2 containers are going to serve for 2 nodes. Third one is going to be occupied, like empty. Next, hyphen hyphen publish and port number. Image. Copy this one directly. Instead of movies, can I put train now? And give? Sir, image is not on my local, but still it is going to work or not. How it is going to work? From Docker Hub. It enter image is not on my local, but still it is working. Now give the command docker ps-a. So train container number 1, train container number 2. in server 1. In server 2 also, train container number 1, train container number. In server number 3 also, train container number 1 and train container number. So now what you are going to do is, again open the same browser. Instead of port number 81, what you are going to do now? To give 82, are you getting train? Here also, I am going to give 80. Are you getting train? Here also, port number 82. Train or not, sir? All of you verify on your local now. Getting? That means your application is hosted on how many servers? Single server or multiple servers? What is the advantage of hosting multiple servers? One is gone, second one we have or not, sir? Can we check it? I am going to down one server. I am going to down one server. Check you are accessing the application from server number 2 as well. What I'm going to do is, but before that we have some commands to work with services. Let me complete the services commands. The command for list the service is docker service ls. Are you seeing the service list, sir? If you give this one, service number 1 is movies. How many replicas you have? What is the image? Some Jaiprakash Shairam, movies is the repo. What is the port number? The command to give the list of services is docker service ls. What is the name of the command? Docker service. It is going to list services. First one is to create service. First command is to create the. Sir, if I want to get the services containers only. For example, if I give docker ps, I am going to get the ps means containers. Sir, for example, I have the service called train service. Which service? I want to list all the containers. But if I give docker ps, it is going to list only 2 containers. But train container is having, like train service is having how many containers? I want to list out all the 6 containers running on train service. The command is docker service ps. What is the name of the service? Are you getting all these 6 containers? Let me minimize a bit. You will get one more clarity as well. If I give here, sir, train 1 container is running on which node? Train 2 is running on train 3, worker 1, train 4, train 5, and train 6. It is going to bring you which container is working on which node as well. What is the name of the command? Docker service ps. To list all containers for train. You can give the command docker service inspect. Inspect means, is it getting complete information or not, sir? Inspect is always going to give the complete information. If you go and see, it is going to tell like that. This service is created on this so and so time. Created. What is the name of the service? Where you are getting image from? Jaiprakash account. Huh? If you scroll down, how many ports you are having here? Only one port. 82 is the port number for the service. It is the way how you are going to get the complete information. Which command you are going to use? Docker service inspect. To get complete info. Complete info of train service. Which one? Clear, sir, now? Sir, for example, if I want to scale, currently how many containers I have for my service called movies? I want to scale. What I want to do? Docker service scale train is equal to 10. It is going to create 10 containers for my train service. Previously, how many were seeing only? 3. 3 or 6 for train. But now it is going to show us 10. Seeing 10 containers? If you want to see Docker service PS train. Are you getting these 10 containers or not, sir? This is how scaling is going to work. Scaling means directly you can give Docker service scale command. Which command? Scale command. There is a difference between scale in and scale out. Scale in means to increase the strength. Scale out means to decrease the. Currently, I taken the services from 6 to 10. Correct or not, sir? If I want to scale down, Docker service scale train is equal to 6 now again. How much I am going for? It is what you called as scale in, scale out. Scale in means increasing the container strength. Scale out means decreasing the container strength. Is the concept clear? Of course, you can do rollback as well. Docker service rollback train. What is going to happen, you know? Previously, you take containers from 10 to 6. If you give rollback, it is going to go for again 10 containers. Are you seeing, sir? That is what you call as rollback. What we can do? Rollback means going back to previous state. Previously, you have 10 containers of train, but now how many you are having? 6. Again, if you want to go to 10, give Docker rollback. To go back to previous service. Previous state. Clear now? So this is about the Docker service. And one of the advantage of servicing, you know, if you delete one container, it is going to recreate automatically. You want me to show? First of all, let me remove one service. Docker service RM train. It is going to remove, sir. Now if you give Docker service LS, are you going to see any train service here? No. Docker service RM. RM train means to remove train service. Currently, how many services I have? 1. Docker ps-a. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this container. Docker kill container ID or name. The moment if you delete the container, automatically new container will get, sir. Are you seeing second container created? It got deleted 2 seconds ago. The moment it deleted, fraction of second, it is creating new container. Again, if I try to delete this container, newly created container, this one. Again, it will recreate. Recreating or not, sir? This is the flex of using Docker Swarm. If you delete one container, automatically it is going to recreate. That is what you can call as self-healing. What we can call it as? Write this note point. Self-healing means Self-healing means recreating the container automatically itself. Clear, sir? If you delete one container, automatically it is going to recreate itself. Are we doing it recreating manually? How it is performing? Automatically. Now I'm going to show you some cluster level activities. So, how many nodes you are having here? 3 worker nodes. For example, it is master manager node. Which node? It is worker node 1. It is worker node. All of these nodes, my application is working. What I'm going to do is I'm going to down the worker node to know. How to do it means go to the worker node. Of course, this train is not there now. That's the reason it is not working. Let's go with movies. Movies means port number 81. Clear now? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove worker node 2. How to remove worker node 2 means remove means downing. Give the command docker swarm leave. So docker swarm leave is the command. Which command we are giving? To down the worker node. To down. Guys, remember you need to give this command on where? Master or worker node. So I'm writing here worker. That means you need to perform this command on which node? Okay, don't confuse in the practice. Clearly I mentioned you need to run this command on worker node. Now if you go and see docker node ls, currently this is on which status? What is going to happen? This node is not going to work for you. Is it working now? Why it is not working? You have to check on your notes. Mobiles. Open this 3.88.116.43. Online, you have to check on this node now. Till not open. Are you getting, sir? Why we are not getting? Because I removed the node. But still you can access the application on one more server or not, sir? Can access or not? Sir, now again I want to bring this application running on this worker node. What I'll do is go to the worker node and copy paste the same token. Already token I given, right? Hit the token. Again it is going to join now. If you go and see here, you need to wait for at least 5 seconds. Why? Because if it need to rejoin to the cluster, we need to wait for ideally 5 to 10 seconds. 5 seconds is done. Are you seeing worker node 2 is ready now? Go ahead and check now. Working or not, sir? How I got it? Because my worker node 2 is what? Rejoin the cluster, write the node point. When you down the worker node, we need to copy the token one more time to rejoin the cluster. When we down the worker node, we need to recopy the token to the worker node to join the node as a cluster again. Clear, sir? No? That is the point. Now, sir, this time I want to remove the worker node 1. What I want to remove? What I want to do, tell me now. Go to worker node 1, give the command So now if you go and see, wait for 5 seconds. It is not down. Why? Because you need to wait for at least 5 to 10 seconds. Wait. Is it down, sir? No? Is my application going to access here? It is worker node 2, right? Try to check in your systems as well. Are you getting the applications are here? No. Why I'm not getting? Why I'm not getting this one? Because I make it down. Again, I want to rejoin. Done now? Again, wait for how many seconds? 5 to 10. Again, if you go Docker node ls, is it getting ready or not, sir? Can it able to serve the application now? Yes, it is going to be. Are you getting now? That is. So, node point I'm writing. Clear now? Fine. Sir, for example, I want to delete the worker node. What I want to delete? Docker node RM and ID of the node. So this you need to perform on manager node. So if we go and see here, give this one. Currently this node is done or not, sir? Docker node RM. Is that gone now? Currently we are having only 4. If I want to delete this one, can I delete? Docker node down or not, sir? Then again, if I want to remove this node, can I remove? Docker node RM ID. Yeah, I'm reconnecting it this one. What happened? Of course, that is the expected error only. Troubleshoot that error. Very easy error. It is telling that this current node is not on down status. That means if we want to remove the worker node permanently, we want to make it. How to make it down? Go to worker node 2, Docker swarm, leave. Here also this is node point. We can't delete worker node. We can't delete the running worker node. We can't delete the running worker node directly. We need to stop and then delete it. Clear, sir? Currently, is this worker node 2 completely on stopper state or not, sir? Then delete. Now you are having only one worker node. Which node? That's it, sir. Again, if you want to join worker node 2, what you are going to do? Copy the. It is going to rejoin. Are you getting worker node 2 now? So basically, the last one is cluster level activities. Basically, you not to do these activities, but as an experienced guy, you need to have some minimal idea about this. My first thing is why we are downing the worker node means in sometimes we need to update patches for server. Patches means like if there is any bugs, we are going to update some patches. When you are updating the patches, you need to stop the server. All of the servers we are not going to stop. First of all, I'll stop one worker node. One. Worker node 2 is going to serve the application. Then my patch is done for worker node 1. I'll go to stop worker node 2. Now my worker node 1 is running. Correct or not, sir? My application is not downing completely. I'm downing the server one by one, and I'm gonna update the patches. In real time also, we will do the same activities. For every server, we need to update the patches. For updating. While updating the patches, we are not going to update patches for all of the servers. We will update patch for server number 1. We will make it down. Server 2 is running or not, sir? It will serve the application. Now server number 1 patch updation is done. You are going to bring that server number 1 to online, and you are going to down the server number 2. Now server number 2 is going to update the patch or not, sir? Again, you will bring back to it. This is the purpose why we need to down the servers in real time. Clear as of now? And one more thing is you delete the token. For example, you don't know where the token is. Unfortunately, remove the token. You can retrieve it. The command is docker swarm join token manager. Oh, sorry, join token. Not T is not there. Basically, join only. Are you getting the token? If you give this command, it is going to tell you the token. Of course, if you forget the token, it is the way to retrieve the token, sir. No. While updating the patch, we need to stop the server. Otherwise, patches will not be replicated. For code updating, no need to stop the server. So is the cluster level activities clear for all of you? And services concept. So I think it is enough for today. In today's class, we've seen only 2 topics. How many topics? What is your topic number 1? Docker Hub. Why we need to use Docker Hub? Store the images. Second one is Docker Swarm. Why Docker Swarm? To maintain multiple servers. In multiple servers, you are going to create multiple services. That means multiple containers. Multiple containers are going to serve to the users. Correct or not, sir? So this is for today. Before going for doubts and queries, how the class for today? Okay, if you practice 1 or 2 times, that is going to be very good. Why? Because Docker Swarm is not that much of easy when compared to other topics. So practice for 2 to 3 times, you will get it more easily. So now you can ask your doubts and queries of today's session. Online, you too can ask. Which one is this one? It's not my account. Okay, so online is having few votes. Let me clear them. So first of all, Vishruti, sir, we are not getting all options in security group while creating EC2 in mobile system. Why? When we copy the address, it is giving permission. And what is the solution? No, Vishruti, you will get all security group. Might be you are doing some mistake there. Please check with the mentors. You can connect with them from 2 to 4 p.m. Next, in notes, we we cannot delete running node. No, sir. Sorry, just wrote. Okay. Directly, you cannot delete the running worker node. First of all, we need to bring down. If you bring down the working node, then only you can be able to delete that one. Why we are not using Git here? Why? Because project is not done right yet. In project, we will use Git. What is the purpose of using Git? To get the source code. When you are going to get the source code while doing the project. In tomorrow's class, you are going to do the project. So in tomorrow, you will get it, Kiran. In real-time production, load balancers are used to access multiple worker nodes. Yes, you are creating multiple worker nodes, and that worker nodes you are going to attach to the load balancers. That is, you are going to see on Kubernetes classes. I hope it is clear for you, Atish. In Kubernetes, I am going to tell you how to access the application from load balancer. Container and server is same. Yes, containers are lightweighted when compared to the servers. Practice Docker file, Docker Swarm, and Docker Compose. If you practice all of them, tomorrow we are going to discuss the project. What we are going to discuss? That too, I'm going to tell in automation way with the help of pipeline concept. So let's try to see like how the pipelines are going to work. Okay. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop these clusters. Like tomorrow also I'm going to use same cluster. Why? Because if I set up everything from the scratch, again it is going to time waste, right? This concept is clear for you. I'm going to stop these nodes, and tomorrow in same class I'm going to use the same nodes. But before that, I'm going to remove all the containers and I'm going to remove all the services. Docker service ls, Docker service rm movies. Sir, currently in all of my nodes, Docker ps-a. Do I have any servers? Means yes, of course I have. Why? Because it will take some time to delete. Wait, it will take some time to delete. Do I have any containers here? No. And images also I'm gonna delete. Docker rmi simply -f. Docker rmi-f just to give $. Now, sir, do I have Docker any containers? Image is also not there. Here also, no containers and no images. Okay, like let me remove Docker rmi. Do I have any image now? No. So here also I'm gonna remove the images. Now my Docker cluster is clear. In tomorrow's class, I'm gonna use the same cluster and we are going to do the project on it. Clear, sir? I already given. Can it be corrected, please? What it is, Satya? In nodes, we cannot delete running container now. Yes, directly we cannot create the running container. We cannot delete. For that purpose, you need to stop the container and you can delete it. That's fine. Okay then.